Right.
See, because to some people, that don't make no sense. Some people be like, what? You been there let that ride, girl? You been ready to let that ride? You mean, hold on, you mean to tell me that not only did Hannah have to deal with the fact that she couldn't have children, she also had to deal with the other woman?
Right now.
Talking.
All right.
See, I don't know if you know, but I don't know if y'all know, but I would like to believe that the word why probably came to Hannah's mind a few times. Because back then, that was a whole lot for a woman to have to deal with. Not being able to have a child.
Yes.
See, because back then having a child, it meant something to a woman.
Yes.
It meant something, especially if she had a son for her husband.
That's right.
It meant a lot to her. So I'm sure she was disappointed about it. And here's the thing that makes me laugh. Some of us Christians today act like we can't even deal with the little stuff that starts going on in our lives before we start to ask God, why? But this is what I like about Hannah. She didn't just stop serving and give up on God. She just said, okay, God, I'm going through some stuff right now. I'm going through some things, Lord, that not a lot of women have to go through these days. Lord, I know what, this thing is killing me on the inside, Lord. But she did what should be natural to a Christian in the face of disappointments. Let me say it again. She did what was natural or should be natural to a Christian in the time of disappointments. Hannah got down on her knees and she looked up and she prayed to God.
All right now.
See, but here's the problem with us Christians today when it comes to prayer, when it's disappointments. Prayer ain't good enough for some of us.
That's right.
See, prayer is an inconvenience sometimes for some of us. See, because to some of us, we're too busy complaining to your homeboy instead of praying. See, because to some of us, we're too busy going to get a cigarette to ease our mind instead of praying. See, to some of us, we're too busy to get that drink to ease our comfort instead of praying. But Hannah, y'all gotta understand, Hannah, man, if you ain't never really read this story,
Yes, sir.
Hannah she is doing some big things right now. Because instead of doing all that complaining and smoking and all that other stuff, Hannah said, I'm going to trust God. And I'm going to read the verse to you real quick because I'm getting ready, like I said, this is getting ready to be a short message. Verse 11, it said, and this is in 1 Samuel chapter 1. Verse 11 says, this is Hannah talking to God after she got down on her knees. She said, if you will only look on your servant's misery and remember me and not forget your servant, but give her a son. Then look here, Christians. I want you to listen to this last part because this is where we got some issues as Christians right here. See, Hannah didn't think about her own issues at this part. Watch this. The last part of it says, then I will give him to the Lord for the rest of his days. Hold on, you mean to tell me that this woman couldn't have no children and then she got down on her knees and then all of a sudden she told God that, Lord, if you give me this son, I promise you after I have this child, Lord, I will come and give him back to you. But the problem that we have as Christians is we don't want to give nothing up to God. That's why the disappointments keep coming. See, Hannah just said some powerful words right then. Because Because instead of worrying about her own disappointments, she had one thing on her mind. How could she serve God?
Watch out.
See, in disappointing times, the only thing should be on your mouth is how can you better serve God?
That's right.
Disappointments come every single day.
That's right.
See, I don't know if y'all know, but serving God during disappointments is not an easy task.
That's right.
All right.
But now, like I told you, I'm getting ready to close this thing up. This getting ready to be, I'm getting ready to close this thing down. Y'all come on up here, V. I'm about to close it down. But the reason why we keep having all of these problems, during our disappointment is because of 4 simple things, Pastor.
Come on now.
I'm going to spell it out to you.
All right.
S-E-L-F.
Watch out.
All right.
Hold on. What is spell, Pastor? It say self, don't it, Pastor? Okay. Self, right? See, self is a hinderer. Self is a prohibitor. Self is a killer. See, self means one thing to me. Self says, okay, God, you take a seat.
All right.
I got this one.
All right.
Yeah. That's right.
God, go ahead. And, hey, I know you've been doing stuff all week, but I'm going to handle this one. I know she's been talking about me at work all week long, but God, hey, I got this one. I'm going to handle her. I know some things, going on in my finances, but you know what, God, go ahead and sit down. I got this one. See, if you stay in self, you will always have disappointments in your life. See, if you stay in self, you will always wonder why you can't find that good job like everybody else got. See, if you stay in self, you will always wonder why every time you do something good, bad is right around the corner creeping. See, if you stay in self, you will always have the word why in your mouth. See, but if you really, seriously learn how to serve during your disappointments, you will wonder why a Christian can serve when they ain't got no food in their refrigerator. And the bank account says 0.00. But by the end of the night, they got a full belly. Because there's power in the name of Jesus. See, if you really want to know why a Christian can serve when they got cancer running all through their body, but all of a sudden, Jesus done healed them because there's power in the name of Jesus. See, watch this here. If you know how to serve during your disappointments, when you were drinking and doing drugs on a Friday, then all of a sudden by Sunday, you ain't even got the taste in your mouth no more. Because there's power in the name of Jesus. I said there's power in the name of Jesus. I said there's deliverance in the name of Jesus. Disappointments don't stand a chance against God. Disappointments can't even hold a texture to God. If you truly learn how to serve during disappointments, God will bring you through. Like I told you, I wasn't getting ready to hold you long. But I want to read this little quick thing and then I'm getting ready to sit down. Y'all can stand up. Y'all can still stand up. It don't even matter because I'm done now. Y'all can stand up right now. See, as a Christian, we will go through times of disappointment, disbelief. And we will always ask God the question, why would God do this in my life? See, we can dwell on our own anger, bitterness, and run away from God. Or we can run toward God and allow him to do what he's trying to do in those circumstances. Hold on, somebody missed that part. I said, allow him to do or show you something during that circumstances that you're going through. Do y'all understand? Nothing happens unless God allows it to happen. You would look here. You wasn't smoking dope for no reason. God already knew you was getting ready to do it. So all of a sudden, God had to show you some things while you were high. I don't know if anybody understood what I'm saying. When you were high, God can talk to you then. Greg, am I lying, Greg? Can God talk to you when you're high, Greg? Okay, then. Can God talk to you when you go to jail? Okay, then. Now, see, a lot of times what we do is we stay focused on what he isn't doing for us. Instead of being focused and following the example of a man like Job. See, Job had every reason in the world to tell God to go to Hades. Because Job lost what? He lost everything. Family, money, land. He lost it all. But here's the thing. Job said, Lord, Satan, you don't win because I'm learning how to serve during disappointment. Satan, you don't get it because I'm getting ready to shout while I'm broke. Satan, you don't get it because I'm going to shout while my car broke. Satan, you don't get it. I'm going to shout while I'm unemployed. Satan, you don't get it. I'm going to shout while my marriage is burning a little bit. See, Satan, I'm going to shout while my kids keep acting up. See, Satan, you don't win up in hell. See, because we got a God that did one thing for us. He went up on that doggone cross and he stretched out for us. And all of a sudden, he looked for a person like me. He said, tell me what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch my left hand out and I'm going to let him nail me in the left hand. He said, Tommy, I'm going to stretch my right hand out and I'm going to let him put a nail in my right hand. He said, I'm going to let my feet hang so they can nail my feet, Tommy. Then I'm going to let him put this crown on top of my head. And then I'm going to hang my head for you, Tommy. And I'm going to do it for you. But all of a sudden, that Saturday, Jesus went down to hell. And he told Satan, you ain't got nothing on me. Satan, you can't beat me. But on this Sunday morning, Jesus got up and said, Tommy, I'm back for you. Tommy, I love you. Tommy, don't worry about your disappointment because I got you. I'm starting to feel real good. And y'all know it. My shoulders are starting to move a little bit. Because when I